Hey guys, Sean Douglas here. Hey man, just want to come talk to you guys for a second. Um, did a radio show today, and the radio show wasn't working at first. It actually kicked me out a bunch of times, so I was getting real mad. Um, my guest was super patient. She was super awesome, and I just restarted everything, and we just kept going. And we could have quit. We could have said, let's just reschedule. Let's just do something else. But I don't like to do that. I like to honor the people that come on the show. And so, we made it happen and it ended up working. But some of the failures that I just want to talk about the failures that I've had because I think it's important. Not only, hey, Lindsay, hey, Diego. I think it's important to talk about not just all sunshine and rainbows and things that people post on social media. And you see, because a lot of times what people say, hey, how you doing? Good. Like they live in a good life and not great, not fantastic, not, anything else. Hey, Bob, how's it going? And so I've had, I'm doing amazing, Diego. Doing awesome. Eli, hey, Ellie, what's going on? So I just want to talk about two failures. I'm gonna get into some books real quick. But so I had two massive failures, really bad. The first one is probably the worst. So in the military, you have standards. You have to meet these standards, every so often. And so what happened, was doing the PT test, right? Doing the physical training, whatever. And I joined in 2001 with the military. I joined in 2001. And now I've got 3 years left before I retire. Full career, 20 years, full service, in the military. And so just recently, this week, I ended up failing my PT test. And this has two ramifications. One, you get paperwork and it goes on your record that you failed a PT test. Like that's really bad. Hey, Sean, how's it going, buddy? Antoine, what's up? So that has huge ramifications that he's blowing up the likes. So it has really bad ramifications to where it impacts my career like a lot. It impacts my career a whole lot. If you fail two PT tests inside of a year, they have the option to really demote you. Which is really bad. If you fail 3 PT tests in a span of 2 years, you're probably going to get kicked out of the military. Your fourth failure inside of 2 years, you're done. You're court-martialed, you're discharged, you're done. You're done in the military. So I have to not fail any more PT tests. Let's just do that. But I passed push-ups, passed sit-ups, passed the waist. That was all good. I failed the run by 11 seconds. 11 seconds, I failed the run. You have to do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, whatever the requirement is based on age group. If you have a 39-inch waist, it's pretty much a failure. If you have a 39-inch waist, I think that's the max. But run times 13 minutes, mile and a half run. And so I failed by not running it in the correct amount of time. And so I ran 11 seconds over. It was raining. It was super cold. I couldn't breathe. But it's no excuse. Those are excuses. That's all they are. They're just excuses. I failed because I didn't either give my best or, it doesn't even matter. Why something failed, it doesn't matter. But now I know, and I learned from what happened. So I just, I've never failed a PT test before. I was whatever, dude. I'm fit and I'm this. Well, on the coldest, rainiest day, I missed it by 11 seconds. I'm like, this is so dumb, So now, you go back and you start taking it serious, So it was just a wake up call. You know what I mean? But I'm not ashamed to say, that I had failed, So other guys can look at me and go, holy crap, if that dude's failing, what am I going to do? So Antoine says, failing doesn't make you less great. It may seem bad short term, but maybe have greater plans set out. Don't let the failures get the best of you. Yep. Hey, that's what I'm trying to do, man. That's what I'm trying to do. So I have to overcome this little setback, but it's time to get serious, and sometimes it takes a failure to make us serious. So I'm super pissed off that this even happened. Like I was like, whatever. Like I did 51 push-ups, like 50 sit-ups. I was like knocking this out like I always do. And then 11 seconds. Like I was super pissed. So now I just go to PT and, 3 days a week and I do the, I'm getting better. But maybe that's what needed to happen. Maybe I needed to fail to get my butt in gear and go to PT 3 days a week, mandatory PT 3 days a week. Like, everything happens for a reason. The second failure that I have is I said as a goal for 2018, I'm going to read one book a week. So essentially I'd be reading 52 books. That's my plan. My plan is to read 52 books. So far, I think we're like 6 weeks in or something like that. I've read 4. So I failed by not reading one book a week. One book a week. And here's how I was going to do it. You take the number of pages of the book, and just divide it by 7. So from Sunday to Sunday, whatever, like Sunday to Saturday, whatever. 7 days. Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? Greg Pendleton. Hey, what's up, buddy? So, you take the number of pages and you set it out to where you divide by 7 and boom, I'm going to read those many pages. Okay. That whatever a day it is, 37, 36, 40 pages, 50 pages, whatever it is. Right. But I haven't done that. I've gotten sidetracked. I've gotten other things going on. I just haven't. So there's another failure. So I've had 2 failures, in the span of like a week. I'm just like, come on, dude. So I just want everybody to know that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like we go through hard times. We go through, hey, Jim, what's up, buddy? We go, and I fail too. Like I might post on Facebook that, I got booked to speak in South Carolina, but, yeah, that's crazy. So, but, I want to show you guys what I've been reading, just so you know I have been reading. So I started off this one. Dude, this is awesome. Like, you have to read this book. Play Bigger. Play Bigger by Christopher Lochhead. Play Bigger has totally changed my mind about business, right? Like, I built a couple businesses. I'm building one now. Play Bigger, my God, is an amazing, amazing, amazing book. It's all about category design and scalability and everything else. Like if you're an entrepreneur, okay, if you're an entrepreneur, you have to read this book. Like if you want to alter the landscape of your business, if you want to literally play bigger, right, you have to design your category. It's all about category design. In this book, I learned about category kings and how to become a category king. And so what you do is most people pull product lever, company lever, but they don't pull like the category. So I read Christopher Lochhead's book, Play Bigger. Holy crap, dude. The book is amazing. Hey, Cheryl, that book revolutionized everything. But in the book, it's not about doing something better. It's about doing something different, designing your own category for what you're doing, to separate yourself from everybody else. Like Uber, category king, Google, category king. You've got to get the book. It'll revolutionize the way that you do business. The second book I read was this one. Book More Business. It's a speaking book by Lewis Creamer. And that book is amazing. I learned things that, holy crap, revolutionized everything that I was doing. Book More Business talks about the one sheets, talks about websites you need, speaking at associations, how to leverage media, like everything that you need to know how to build a speaking business is in this book right here. Book More Business. Make money speaking. That is it, man. That is the book. So Jim asks, how is category defined? And all right, how is category defined? So I will right here, category kings defined. This is right out of the book, right out of the book. the most exciting companies create. I love this. I love this. They give us new ways of living, thinking, or doing business, many times solving a problem we didn't know we had or a problem we didn't pay attention to because we never thought there was another way. Before Uber, we hailed a cab by standing perilously close to traffic with an arm in the air. After Uber, that just seemed dumb. It's about doing something different. Doing something different, not better. Here's the next book. This book right here, Steal the Show. Steal the Show by Michael Port. Let me tell you about this book. Steal the Show, from speeches, job interviews, to deal closing pitches. How to guarantee a standing ovation for all the performances in your life. This book right here, holy crap. So check this out. I read that book last year, okay? And I just read it again. I read that book last year. I've never been on a stage before. I've never acted before, not ever. Not ever. My buddy's an actor. And locally at a theater, he does plays. I've never been in a play. I've never done any of this. I read that book. And then I auditioned for Brick in the play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and I got that role. The director asked me, wow, you were really good. How long have you been acting? I said, I've never acted before. I read a book. I read that book, and it got me a lead role in a play. I've never been in a play before. You have got to get that book. Michael Port, to coach with him, is $20,000. You can read the book for $6 or $10 or whatever it is on Amazon. Read this book, Steal the Show by Michael Port. You want to be a speaker? You want to have awesome interviews? You want to have whatever? Like, you have to read this book. The final book that I read is this book right here, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Expert Secrets. This book right here is another business book that, holy crap. Hey, Sean. Dude, this book is amazing. I have watched or listened to Russell Brunson Marketing in Your Car podcast. If you don't know what that podcast is, get the podcast. Marketing in Your Car podcast. The episodes are about 5 or 6 minutes long, sometimes 10, but there's like 100 episodes, and I literally listen to it in my car. And I live about 5 minutes away from work because I live on base, so I would literally listen to an episode to work and an episode back from work. And it's about 5 or 6 minutes episodes. It's amazing, right? So this book right here, Expert Secrets, man, I'm telling you, like it said, Expert Secrets is the second half of a journey you've already started. Something you experienced in your life started you on this path, which caused you to want to become more. You started to read books, study, experiment, and by doing so, you have become who you are today, an expert. Your message has the ability to change someone's life. The impact that the right message can have on someone at the right time in their life is immeasurable. This tells you exactly how to build a tribe, how to build like scalability, like in your business. Like this is, oh yeah, dude, it's kind of old school. It definitely is kind of old school, but it's super good. But this book will teach you how to find your message, build your tribe, build a massive following. He talks about ClickFunnels, talks about like all this stuff, like Expert Secrets. Like this is badass. And since Robert Kiyosaki like wrote the foreword on this book, you know the book is badass. So those are the 4 books I've read. I should have read 6 by now, but these are the rest of my books that I'll be reading. Those are all my books. So I've got them all lined up. The next 2 books that I'm going to read, these are my next 2 books. Okay? These are my next 2 books right here. Start With Why. That's my next book I'm going to read. Start With Why by Simon Sinek. It's going to be an amazing book. And then this book right here, T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. I cannot wait to read that book. That book's going to be awesome. So that's the next 2 books. I'm thinking that maybe at the end of the month, I'll do like a book review or something like that. Like I'll read my 4 books and then I'll do like a month, or maybe I'll do like an every Sunday, whatever. Finish. Yeah, that's on my list. Finish by John Acuff. Yeah, that's definitely on my list. So thank you guys for watching. I wanted to just show you the books and talk about the failures, because I believe that if we don't talk about the failures, then other people, because you never know what people are struggling with. You never know what people are dealing with, and you never know the baggage that people are carrying around. And I believe that celebrating failure and letting people know, like, dude, I failed. Like, I failed. I failed. You have to overcome that failure, because John Maxwell has a course called Failing Forward. He's got books called Failing Forward. And I facilitated some of his courses. And one of the things that he says in Failing Forward is that you have two choices. You can let that failure defeat you and you can fall into your failure, or you can fail forward and grow from it. Grow from that failure. Everybody fails. They're just too afraid to tell you about it. So I'm telling you, celebrate failure. Keep moving, brother. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. I learned a lot from you as an MTI, Greg, man. Oh, man. A ton as an MTI. So thank you, brother. But that's what I've learned this week. Like massive failure, like impact career failure. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's time to, you got to keep moving, right? I didn't get down about it. I'm pissed off, though. Oh, I'm pissed. But you got to keep moving forward. I'm not going to wallow in sorrow. I'm not going to make a bunch of excuses, because that's not me. I don't day trade excuses. I don't day trade excuses. So I'm going to make it happen no matter what. And so those 4 books right there were amazing. Get those books. They're badass books, especially Christopher Lochhead's Play Bigger. And Christopher Lochhead has a show called Legends and Losers Podcast. Christopher Lochhead show, Legends and Losers Podcast. You have got to get on that show and listen to it, man. I'm telling you, that's the only podcast you will ever need. Look it up, Legends and Losers Podcast by Christopher Lochhead. He talks about Play Bigger. He talks about creating category kings. I'm telling you, it'll revolutionize your life. Even if you're not a business owner, it will revolutionize your life. So that's what I want to tell you guys. That's all I got, man. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do it every week, or maybe I'll just do it at the end of the month or something. I'm not sure, but I got to get back on track, and I got to pull my head out of my ass. That's really what I got to do. I got to pull my head out of my ass. So sometimes we fail. We got to overcome. So thank you so much, Greg, Alan, Steve, George, Jim, Jana, Antoine, everybody watching. Thank you so much. You know, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. And you know what? You just say yes and you figure it out. Say yes and figure it out. So I'll see you guys later. Love you guys.